What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All the Mods Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode, we were working on trying to get towards the blood altar, and we had to do a whole lot of stuff in order to get to this demonic will. Yeah, because we had to make the snares. In order to get the snares, we had to get some of the silky wisps and kind of dive into a little bit of forestry stuff. But yeah, today I think we're going to continue on with this and try and get the rest of this since we only have the one part. So let's start off first of all with the Rune of Fire. That's a pretty easy thing for us to do. So that's going to require things that we don't have apparently. That is going to require nether wart, gunpowder, nether brick. Let's grab those. Nether wart, gunpowder, and then nether brick. We can smelt one of those into another brick. Gunpowder we have plenty of, and then we also are going to need, was it mana steel and then mana powder? So mana steel, is it iron or is it steel in this mod pack? I can't remember. It's been a while. It is regular iron, so that's the default recipe. So we need some iron. I currently have all of our magnetite, well, 27 stacks of our magnetite going through our macerator at this point in time. So yeah, we're collecting a lot of this. I'm going to go take that over to our alloy smelter and get that all smelted in a little while. And then we can use redstone or gunpowder or something like that. I guess we'll use another gunpowder since we have a lot of that to turn into the mana powder. All right, so getting all turned around here. Oh, you know what? We are also going to need a living rock. So let's grab one of those as well. Okay, cool. Machines. Let's go over here. We'll get this smelted first of all. One nether brick. Yeah, I already smelted down some iron here. Since we have all that magnetite stuff, yeah, I've just figured we need to get that stuff taken care of. We keep running out of iron or running low on it. I want to get that supply pretty good at this point. So gunpowder goes in there. Do we not have enough mana? All right, hold on a second. Maybe the recipe's changed for this. Mana powder. Oh, it is changed. Did I know that before? Maybe I did. Okay, so we need ash in order to turn that into mana powder. Yeah, in the default recipe for Botania, you can put in redstone, gunpowder, glowstone, something like that into the mana pool, and it'll convert that to the mana powder. This particular mod pack, nope, can't do that. All right, so there's the mana powder. There's our mana steel ingot just by queuing those into the mana pool. And then we can put these other things on our altar here, like that. It's going to get the mana from the mana spreader, which is getting the mana from the mana pool. And yeah, okay, so we're going to need our wand of the forest. Been a while since we had to use that. And then we're going to need to throw a living rock on there. So there's that, and right click. Cool, so now we got 2 runes of fire. Pretty easy to do. All right, so now we got that portion of this done. Next step is we need to get darkstone bricks, chiseled darkstone bricks, and block of Abyssalcraft. Now this stuff, I was kind of like, how are we going to get this? This requires us to do all of this crazy stuff. We're going to need to get the ore. Yeah, it turns out it's a lot simpler than that. If you click on the block of Abyssalcraft, there is a casting. So you put molten pig iron onto a block of mana steel to get this. So mana steel, looks like we can put a block of iron into the mana pool to get that. So we're going to need 2 of those. So let's grab 2 blocks of iron. I don't think we have any iron blocks made, but we can easily make those. Okay. And I'm going to have to figure out how to get the pig iron. I think there's a recipe to do it. I don't know if I've ever made it before, though. All right, so there's 2 blocks of mana steel. So let's go back in here and take a look at this real quick. So pig iron is made by putting iron, blood, and emerald together. Is there another way to do that in this mod pack? Is there another way to get this stuff? Looks like pig iron fletchings. If we already had the pig iron, we can melt that stuff down. We don't. Okay, so we're going to need emerald, iron, and blood. So to get blood in a smelter is a pretty easy thing. I don't think we've had to really mess around with that too much in this series. But yeah, pretty much all you got to do is melt some kind of an ingot in here. And then you can put in monsters into the smeltery, or you can stand in there yourself. That's probably what we're going to end up doing, just standing in there. It takes a little bit of damage every single tick that it does. And as you stand in the molten iron, you bleed a little bit, and that adds blood into the smeltery. So yeah, pretty much next step we need to do, well, I guess we just kind of get in here. As soon as this melts down, we'll start taking damage. Now, I don't think I've done that in 1.10 before. Yeah, normally I use like monsters or something. Depending on how slow this is, we might have to do that. And how much do we need of the pig iron? Let's take a look at this. 1,296. And you can see that's using up my saturation. So that's using a decent amount of health every single time. So how much blood do we have at this point? Can I click on the thing? We have only 100. Okay, so it's giving us 10 millibuckets every time. That's not a whole lot, is it? Yeah, so that's using durability on my armor. I guess the armor is preventing us from taking any damage, but we are starting to lose hunger now. So every time we take a little bit of damage, that does reduce our hunger. So that's something I didn't know about. Yeah, the durability is going down every time, which is fine. We can use mending on that. So pretty much all I gotta do is just sit here and eat. Make sure that our hunger stays full. That way we won't end up dying. Yep. And then I got to figure out how much of this we're going to need. Let me get out of the thing for a second so I can think. So yeah, we needed 1,200 of the pig iron, but to get that much, so 1 ingot is 33. So we're going to need, oh boy. So probably about 600 millibuckets for 2 blocks, I think. Yeah, that's going to take a minute to happen. So how much do we have now? Yeah, we're almost there, actually, I think. I said about 600. I'll just go up to 700 just to make sure. I'd rather have too much. We can always get rid of the extra later. It's not that big of a deal. I'll eat the toast here to keep my saturation all the way full. We good? Yeah, that's about... That seems right. About 800 now. Okay, cool. So let's grab, what was it, emerald and, oh my goodness, I got such a bad memory on this. Emerald and iron. So molten emerald and iron. So we have plenty of emeralds. We can throw those in there. Again, I don't really know how many we need. How about let's just grab 9 and then some iron as well. Was it more iron or more emerald per? It is a little bit more emerald than it is iron. So we might do... How about 18 emeralds? And like 16 iron? I really don't know if this is the correct amount. I'm just kind of guessing and eyeballing here. All right, so we will make sure those are off. We'll put the emeralds in there, the iron in there. Those should all melt down and start turning into our molten pig iron when that all happens. So let's wait for this alloy process to finish up, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so it looks like we ended up with way too many emerald, molten emerald in here. We did get 2 blocks, 2.5 blocks-ish. I guess 2 2/3 blocks of molten pig iron, which is pretty good. Yeah, I probably should have went through here when we were looking at this and look at the emerald to see how much 1 emerald gives us. And that gives us 666 millibuckets of the stuff. Yeah, so we got quite a lot of the emerald in here we don't really need. Anyway, so we're down to 8 millibuckets of blood for what we have here. So yeah, that's pretty good. So I believe it said that we needed to take the mana steel, place that here, and then turn this on to put in some pig iron. So yeah, that's making the block of Abyssal Night. Cool, so we'll turn that back off. That'll suck in any of the fluids. We'll put that right there. Make sure that the pig iron is on the bottom. Looks like it is. And then we're good to go for the second block. All right, so that is the next hardest part of making ourselves the blood altar, it looks like. And done. Very good. Okay, so I will have to go through here and cast out the emerald again. It looks like we do have a block, so maybe I could do a full block of emerald. Yeah, so we'll... Oh, man, that's going to take, like... pretty much forever for that to harden. Goodness. Okay, well, we'll wait for that to happen while we do other stuff. So we're going to need dark stone to turn into dark stone brick. I believe we did have dark stone in here. We have dark stone, a cobblestone. So to get dark stone, do we just smelt that down? Dark stone, cobblestone? Yes. Okay, cool. So I guess we'll just take a stack and smelt that down. I don't really know how many we need. We need the darkstone brick and the darkstone chiseled brick. So to get the chiseled brick, we need slabs. All right, so we just need like 6 of those. No, we need 4 plus 3 more, so 7 of those. All right, so we should have more than enough of what we needed here. So we'll go ahead and make some bricks. Do 2 recipes. Oh no, we need 8 because we have to do 2 recipes. Okay, so there's that. We'll make some slabs, and then we'll take the slabs and do this out of it. And then we can turn that back into, oh no. Yeah, you can turn that back into a dark stone brick that way. So that is a chiseled brick. That is the dark stone brick. All right, so now we should have everything, I do believe. Demonic will. So we want to use the one with the lesser quality because it doesn't matter for this recipe. And there we go. There's a blood altar. My goodness, that was a lot of stuff to get to this point to start into blood magic. But yeah, like I said, we're going to need the blood altar in order for us to easily make draconium. So I believe we also need to get to the tier 5 altar. So we got a lot ahead of us here. So let's look at blood magic. So does blood magic have a book in it? I can't remember if they added one. I know this was changed for 1.10 compared to the old style blood magic. I remember we had to make some of these things and I don't remember what it is. I've only messed with this once. I believe that's when I was doing Sky Factory with XB and we were both kind of doing it at the same time. So alchemy table, I do believe was a thing that we needed. Blood orb. Oh, right. Okay. So it looks like we're going to need to start off with a weak blood orb. So that means we need a shard of oblivion. Oh, man. Okay. So we're going to have to get into a more Abyssalcraft for this. Oh, boy. So the shadow gem is made from the shadow gem shards, which come from shadow fragments. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into this. Staff of rending. Shadow gems are made from harvesting shadow energy from living shadows. Okay, so it looks like I need to do a little bit of research into Abyssalcraft to figure out how this is going to work. So let me get on that. Oh boy, look at this one. 300 PE transmutation gem. Yep, I'm going to have to get into Abyssalcraft here, figure out what it is that we're doing, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so I went off to the wiki to look for Abyssalcraft and how to get started on this, and it says that you need to craft the Necronomicon, that this book contains pretty much all the information that's on the wiki. So yeah, let's go ahead and craft that. So a book, some rotten flesh, 2 iron, not that bad. Hypnotizd just earned the achievement, welcome to Abyssalcraft. Alright, so let's see what's in this book. I did notice though, this book does say it has 0 out of 5,000 PE. I'm not sure what PE stands for. I guess that's some kind of an energy or whatever. So forbidden knowledge, Abyssalcraft. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to need a lot of reading here. Looks like this tells you about the different ores and stuff. Okay, it looks like we're going to have rituals. I'm not even reading the book. I'm just looking at the pictures at the moment. The great old ones, the outer gods. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of reading that I'm going to have to do here. Okay, well now we know that there is an in-guide manual. We know that there's a book and pretty much everything that I need to know should be contained within here. I'm going to go ahead and start looking at this. I did notice though that there is more Necronomicons. So I'm not sure how much this book covers and if I have to make these other ones. Do these even have recipes? Oh, they do, but we need skin of the Abyssal Wasteland. Skin of the Dreadlands. So I guess we progress further and further along and then we learn more and more. Anyway, I'll continue reading this and we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so it looks like we need to kill shadow monsters in order to get these different things that we need, the shadow gem shards. So we're here in a Darklands biome where the Abyssalcraft monsters seem to spawn. What is the kind of flute is that? I also read that there was like an antimatter liquid. If you step into it, it gives you a whole bunch of damage. I don't know if that's what this is. Oh, that's just regular water, it looks like. All right, so we need to find those shadow monsters. We found one of them. I wonder if it would be worth trying to make like a powered spawner out of one of those guys, or if we should just kind of hang out here and just kill them as they spawn. We do have looting on our sword, right? So we're getting a few of these shadow gem shards for every kill. but it doesn't seem like we're getting a whole lot. Yeah, I don't know how often these things spawn. I mean, we just found 2 of them within a short period of time, but how many of these are we going to need? And am I going to have to hang out here over multiple nights? These are things that we're going to have to find out. Anyway, I'm just going to continue hanging out here. Yeah, there's these golems. This is from Embers. There's these guys over here. I killed one of them just a moment ago. It's called Pete. I don't know if all of them are named. What is this guy? This is the Depths Ghoul. Looks like he did not drop, or she, or whatever it was, did not drop what we were looking for. And we also got to deal with skeletons and other creatures such as that. Yeah, but these are the ones that we are looking for. I got to watch my health here a little bit. All right. Whoa, that's a creeper. We're fine. We're fine. Nobody panic. Go up in the sky real quick. I need to get food on my bar here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and collect a bit more of that stuff. See how much I can get over the nighttime here. Hopefully we can get enough so we can do a little bit of progression, and we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so the first night we found a couple of those shadow monsters, right? Second night I didn't see any, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and just build like a skyblock style mob spawner up in the sky in this biome. Yeah, so we're pretty much at about build limit. We're at 244, at least that's where I'm standing on right now. I think 256 is the highest possible you can build. So yeah, I built a little spawning area out here, and you can see it's snowing, so I've been awake for a little while, long enough for it to decide to start raining again. So yeah, I built this, and then I built it 4 blocks wide. So this is about twice the size as I normally build it in a skyblock. But normally in skyblock you do it because you want drops. Anyway, we have a magnet, so it doesn't matter how far back the mobs are. We should be able to collect it, no problem. The thing is, those shadow monsters don't spawn very fast. So you can see this whole thing doesn't spawn very fast. I think there's monsters in the world like zombies and stuff taking up spawnable area, just holding like feathers or whatever. I've seen it before where zombies are just holding ink sacs in loaded chunks. Yeah, anyway, they take up spawnable space and makes it so the spawning is pretty low. So anyway, I've been up here during the day waiting for monsters to spawn. When it turns nighttime, I go back down to the biome down below. Yeah, where there's a lot more spawnable space. And over the course of that, I've seen that there are 3 different types of these shadow monsters. There's like a small version. There's the medium-sized version, which we killed 2 of, I do believe. And then there's the shadow beast. And the shadow beast dropped the shadow gems. And those are, yeah, the same things that the bigger guys are dropping. So anyway, as you can see, I've been at this for a while. I've killed 2 or 3 shadow beasts. I don't remember how many it was. But we ended up with 3 of these shadow gems, which is great. This is what we're looking for. We got a bunch of these shadow gem shards, which I think 9 of those turned into one of these shadow gems. Yeah, that's what it is. And then we got 20 of the shadow fragments, 9 turned into this, and then 9 of those turned into these, right? So we should have everything we need. Oh yeah, look, we can see here that one of these shadow monsters did spawn in here. Right, and now we got 30 of these things. Come here, guy. Got him. All right, so yeah, if we need to farm these things, we'll probably come back here. I'm glad that I didn't make a spawner out of those shadow things, because if I made it out of the medium-sized ones, and then I saw that there was a shadow monster which dropped these shadow gems, yeah, I would have been a little upset. We got more of these guys. We got, what do we have in here? I saw that there's just red circles. Oh, just these guys. All right, we'll leave them alone. So yeah, if we're gonna build a spawner, we're gonna do it out of the shadow monster, or I guess the shadow beast, I think is what it's called. Anyway, I think we're done here, so I'll just go ahead and go back to the base. We want to go to our power, which I think is this one down here. We're gonna charge up our wand. So yeah, now that we got the shadow gems, we should be able to start looking at this stuff. Yeah, I was looking at a bunch of different things. There's a staff called a Staff of Rending. And we need shadow gem shards and the shard of oblivion to do that. The shard of oblivion is pretty much what we need to do the thing from blood magic to get this guy, right? So shard of oblivion in a tier 1 blood altar makes that. All right, let's get this back. This is a little loud. Let's get out of here. Okay, so now that we have the shadow gems, we should be able to start progressing here. So let's take a look one more time. So we need to get a transmutation gem. So in order to do a transmutation gem, we need to do a Necronomicon ritual. So that is going to involve 2 diamonds, 4 blaze powder, and 2 ender pearls. I think we're out of blaze. We have 1 blaze powder. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go to the end and, oh, actually, we might have some upstairs in the brew lab, the brew station. We still don't have enough. I'm gonna have to go to the nether and kill some blaze for that. I guess we can drop this stuff off. No, I did need another one of those, so there's another shadow gem. I'll put all that stuff away for now. In fact, I should probably put these away. So yeah, blood altar, shadow gem, and then this is all the drops from all the monsters that I was killing. We got Pete's head and we got Depth's ghoul head. Apparently there's some kind of achievement or whatever for collecting one and then for collecting them all, I guess. I'm not entirely sure how that works or if that's anything that we need to do. But yeah, we started getting some of those mob heads as I was there killing monsters, which is kind of cool. Whoop, zombie head. Yeah, all these different mob drops from these different enemies I was killing. So many of them. All right, I think we can put the rest of that stuff, throw those away. Oh, that's another thing. This, we'll keep that. This sword right here, Darkstone Sword, it says it's disabled, but we got this off a drop from one of the monsters that we killed, and it has full durability. 5 attack damage, that's not bad, but yeah, we're not going to be using that, but we'll put that away since it says it's disabled. We can't craft it, I don't believe. Yeah, we were able to get that as a drop, which is kind of cool. All right, so next step is I need to go to the nether, get some blaze stuff, get the rest of the recipe set up, and then we will look at how to do one of these Necronomicon altar recipes. Anyway, guys, give me a few moments and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so here we are in yet another Abyssalcraft biome. Yeah, over there is where we found that one dungeon before. And we're actually pretty close to where we just were a little bit ago. If we look at the mini map here, this is the swamp that we're in, this general area, right? And this is where we built that skyblock style mob trap over here, and we were farming those ghost things. Yeah, so there's monsters that spawn in here. I came through here a little while ago and I got rid of the Shoggoth ooze, or however you pronounce that stuff. Anyway, let's get out of here. We're not trying to fight these monsters. So yeah, what we're looking for, I do believe, is this corallium infested swamp. Yeah, this is the one that has like anti-chickens and other such monsters, or I guess mobs that spawn here. So what we're looking for is to get some of the corallium ore, this stuff. Apparently this only spawns in swamps and oceans. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it only spawns in the corallium infested swamp. Not 100% on that. Anyway, so this says that it spawns like at Y30, right? It's going to be like Y30 and below, even though this says like Y30 and Y25. I think this graph is just messed up. So yeah, I think we need to be like around Y30 in order for us to get this stuff, which means we gotta dig down. So yes, we're gonna see if we can get some of this stuff. I don't know how frequently it spawns. Actually, did it say what the percentage was here? Yeah, very low, like 0.0%. No, I think that might not be very accurate. That might be showing all of the spawn and all of the areas around. There's gonna be lava down there. I can see lava as I'm breaking and I can hear lava. Gotta be careful, get my bucket ready. Actually, I might just want to pour some down. Oh man. I am going to stand on this block as I mine down a little bit more. Yeah, it's right there. Alright, well I guess we'll get some obsidian while we're going here. But anyway, yeah, I don't think that is very accurate for the entire world spawn. I think that is only showing for like all of the world, including this area as well. So it's not like an accurate representation of what you're gonna find in the overworld. There's gonna be more lava below me. I still hear a lot more lava around. I'm kind of scared for digging straight down. Ugh. All right, so this is about, oh yeah, I was gonna say this is about where we should be finding it, and sure enough, there is some right there, which is pretty awesome. So if we mine that, we get 3 of these things. So we needed that stuff. If we go back to the blood magic, weak blood orb, to get this thing, we need to get the transmutation gem. I should probably just search for this, which does require corallium pearl, which we get from this corallium infused stone or pearlescent corallium ore by smelting it. You get this stuff by taking stone and 3 of these corallium gem clusters. Yep. The gem cluster comes from 3 gems. And we have exactly 3. So we should be able to get going here, but I do want to mine a little bit of this stuff. So I'll probably just poke around in this area, around this level, see if we can get any extra of these things. I don't want to have to come back here every, I don't know, few minutes or whatever it's going to take for every recipe. So yeah, I'll just continue mining this stuff. Hopefully it won't be too bad. We could also start looking at getting ourselves like a digital miner. I don't remember what the recipe or the cost is in this particular pack, but I'm sure it's, yeah, we need draconic stuff, so we can't quite do that yet. So anyway, I'll just continue mining this by hand. Hopefully it won't be too bad to get a few more of these different ores. Anyway, let me continue on and we'll be back, guys. Okay, guys, so I mined up a little bit more of the corallium. I didn't spend a whole lot of time there. We didn't need a lot of the stuff, but yeah, I did get a little bit more. So let's grab some stone. If I can spell that right, without a P, stone without the P this time. There we go. So grab that, and then we can put 3 of those in there. Is that not going to work? Maybe. Let's go back to this thing. So it was the pearl. This one, this guy. So the corallium infused stone. So there's a few different recipes for it. So it looks like we need to do 333. Yeah, it looks like a whole bunch of different combinations. As long as you get up to 9 of those things is what you need to do here. So let me take some of these. There we go. I think that's what we needed to do. That, and then the stone, and there we go. So there is a corallium infused stone. Now we're supposed to take that and smelt that down, I do believe. So let's go to our machine area and we'll put that through our furnace. And that gets smelted down to a pearl. All right, so that should be everything that we need for this thing. So if we look at the weak blood orb, this guy, and the transmutation. So yeah, sure enough, 4 blaze powder, 2 diamonds, 2 ender pearls, and then a corallium pearl. So I was looking that we have to set up a ritual for this thing, and I don't know where we should set this thing up, to be honest. We don't have a lot of room around. I guess we could try and set it up over here. This is the thing that we should be able to set up and take down without a problem. We just don't want to do it too often. So anyway, that's going to be one of the pillars. We have to come in 2. This will be the center, and then this will be the other side. So out 2, and then out 2 more. So then we go out 1 on the diagonals, like so. Alright guys, so I just slept till day and got rid of all those zombies that are over there aggroed. Now it looks like we might have a skeleton, but we're supposed to be able to shift right click on this thing. Yeah, it says in the book that there's supposed to be a lot of empty space. Let's get rid of these extra torches that are around. That might be causing a problem here. There it is. Okay, so shift right click on that center thing activates this. So now we should be able to put our different objects here. So 2 of those, 2 of those, 4 of the blaze powder. And then our pearl in the center. Cool. And then again, shift right click with the book. That's kind of cool looking. Oh, and I just got put on fire. All right, that's fine. So now we have a corallium pearl. Is that what we were supposed to get? I kind of feel like that's what we put down there, wasn't it? All right, let's get rid of our fire. So did I do something incorrectly? That I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, let's go take a look at this one more time. So the shard, this thing. So we're supposed to have all this. It says required energy 300 PE. Right. And our NECRONOMICON has 0 out of 5,000 PE. So I think we might have to make that staff that I was looking at before. Let's go back over here. So this thing, staff of rending, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I guess I'll have to do a little bit more research here to figure out how we can collect more of this stuff so we can, or I guess how we can collect some of the PE to get this thing to work. All right, guys, once again, we're back in the swamp. Yep, we're just over there mining just a little bit ago. So this is the dungeon I showed you, and a while ago I saw that there was a statue that was placed on top of this thing. Apparently this is a monolith or whatever, and I had mined the statue for safekeeping, but it turns out we need the statue because, as you can see here, it's shooting particles into our book and it is filling this up. So we needed 300 PE and we have 55. So this is going to take a minute for me to get the 300 that we need. But once we get that, we'll try that ritual again and hopefully be able to get the item that we're looking for. Alright guys, so I think we're ready to do this ritual again, but I did want to experiment. I took the statue back from the swamp. I put it there because I thought it had to be there. I brought it back here, set it outside, and it does look like this will, in fact, charge our Necronomicon here at the base, so we don't have to leave it there. While it was on top of the pillar that it was on before, I was kind of AFK a few blocks away. And I noticed that it spawned fire all around it. I don't know if it caused like a lightning strike or what happened, but yeah, so yeah, I don't know if that just is because it's around or if that's because it's charging up the book and after so long it does that. Anyway, I think we should be good to go here. Let me go ahead, finish topping up the rest of my hunger and get our health ready to go here, because the last time we took some damage from this thing. Hopefully this time it'll work correctly. So we now have 345 in here, and I do believe it required 300 for this recipe. Let's take a look one more time. Click on that. Yeah, required energy 300 PE, and we have that. You just want to be a big pain, don't you, guy? All right, so we'll leave you alone. So let's try this once again. Is that drain? Oh, it is draining from the Necronomicon now. Okay, so that's how that works. Lightning, and we got the thing. All right, so it was simply a matter of not having enough PE the last time. So now that we have that, we should be able to make the Shard of Oblivion thing. We'll go ahead and do that now. I think I had, yeah, that's right in here. All right, so this, and this guy, Shard of Oblivion. Oh, and we keep this, right? It said 10 out of 10 before, so I guess we get to use that a certain amount of times. That's, or I guess 10 times. So that's pretty awesome. Well, now that we got the Shard of Oblivion, we should be able to start into blood magic finally. Yeah, I was really thinking that we're going to start into it today, but unfortunately, there's just so many other things that we had to take care of, and we just didn't get to it. All right, guys. Unfortunately, we ran out of time for it today, so we'll go and wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.